All right, fingers crossed we don't have any glitches today. All right, how's the music? Are we good? Yes? All right, perfect. All right, just start with our tap and toes. Let's tap them out and in today. Four, three, heels up, right then left. And start to add a little bicep curl. So we're stretching out the bottom of the foot, waking up the ankles and those elbows. All right, we're gonna step touch, side, side. We're gonna start to add a nice, good backward shoulder roll. Something a little bit different today, at least for a while. All right, double touch, 2 right, 2 left. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're just gonna sway, reach across the body. 4, 3, 2. All right, hamstring curls, we're gonna push down. So hands can be a little separate. You can just think we're pulling up our pants. 4, 3, keep the sway reaching up and overhead. It's all right if your range of motion is small or if you even have to have your elbows a little in front. 4, 3, inner thigh right here. So reach for that ankle. 4, 3, 2. All right, in the back, we're gonna do a nice good hamstring curl. Take your heel to the hand on the same side. 4, 3, 2. All right, wood chops right in the center, up and down. So just a nice good hinge. If your shoulders are kind of bugging you, just nice good hinge. Don't worry about the arms as much. 2. All right, high right, low left, high, low. Grab the seat belt, buckle it at your hips. 4, 3, 2. All right, switching sides, low right, high left. So funny story. 4, here in a sec. 3, 2. All right. Squats, kind of quick. Our cat has finally figured out that the radiator is warm. She planted herself right next to that radiator yesterday and didn't move. All right, let's slow it down a little. Down, 2, up, 2. Normally she wants to sleep in the bed under the covers, but nope. She's like, that radiator's warm. I'm baking my brains. All right, forward step and reach right here. So nice, good step forward. Both feet can stay flat if we need to, but we're still working on that weight shifting. All right, reach across the body. Forward step, reach. So a little bit of rotation. And again, you can stay flat with those feet if you need to. 2. Side step and reach right here. Side, together, side. 4, 3, 2. All right, backward step. We're gonna open and close at the chest. Option 1, keep that back heel lifted. Option 2, we stay flat with the feet. The core stays tight no matter what. Reaching arms up overhead. You can drop down into those lunges if you're feeling it and you're ready and your knees are feeling okay. Down and up. 3, 2. Good. We're going to jog it out right here. High knee marching works really well too. You can add an open and a close of those fingers. Mine are a little cold this morning. 4, 3, jumping jacks right here. Tap it to the side, step side to side, or you've got your full jumping jack. 8, 7, 4, 3, heel kick jog. Option 1 right here. Option 2, nice big hamstring curls. Use those arms, reach and pull. 6, 5. All right, skaters, here we go. Side step, little reach down or figure 8 arms. Making sure we're not turning our bodies, just crossing that foot behind. 4, 3, 2, march it out. Grab a drink of water. Hit that fan if it's something you need. All right, first round, we have 2 exercises. We're gonna do a reverse lunge, knee up, curl to press, and then some pulsing side leg lifts. Now you have the option to do just the bicep curl. You know who you are. You can just do the bicep curl, and that's perfectly okay, and don't worry about the rest of it. All right, so 40 seconds, 3, 2, 1. So we do a nice good reverse lunge, bring it up, curl to press. Now if you want to make it a little harder, you bring that knee up nice and tall. If your shoulders are bugging you today, just do the reverse lunge and the bicep curl. Skip the overhead press, or if you need to, you can just do like a little bit of a single leg squat and do your curl to press as well. All right, so you've got that option. Tap the foot in or bring that knee up. Work on some balance, little core. 3, 2, 1, good. All right, set the weight down. Leg that was staying on the floor, stays on the floor, nice and tall. We're gonna do side leg lifts. Option 1, basic side leg lift. Option 2, hold the leg out there a little and pulse it. Now you should be feeling this leg do a little work, but the one you're standing on, you should feel those glutes working. Hold on to something if you need to. I want you to focus on the exercise, but I want you to not have to stress about your balance either. Good, we've got 10 seconds, so make sure we're not leaning and we don't have soft knees. Nice and tall. I don't expect you to get your legs out to here. Good, shake it out. All right, going with our reverse lunge. Curl to press on the other side. We're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, 1, good. So reverse lunge, curl to press. This is your base move. Modify as necessary. Make it harder. Bring that knee up. Make it a little easier if you have shoulder problems. No overheads. Last option, if you're having shoulder and foot issues, a little squat and a bicep curl. That way you're just getting a little single leg in there. So decide what's gonna work for you today. We all have good days and we have bad days. We just make it work. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. So the leg that was staying glued to the floor, glued to the floor. Here we go. Side leg lifts, nice and tall. So I'm already feeling the leg that I'm standing on. Yes, yes. So we shouldn't have a soft knee, and we shouldn't be hunkered over, and we shouldn't be pushing that hip out to the side either. Pull it in. Lifting and lowering or pulsing. Leading with the side of your foot. Don't let that toe turn out or come out at an angle in the front. Think about rotating the hip in. Lead with your heel. Almost go a little back versus forward. 2 and 1. Good, shake it out. We're gonna repeat those exercises for round 2. So decide what you're gonna do. 2 and 1. So now that we know the exercises, we know what we're able to do. So reverse lunge, curl to press, or if you need to, Single leg squat, bicep curl, and both feet can stay flat if that's what you need today. So we don't have a ton of shoulder work today, but modify as necessary. Good, 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shaking it out. If you want to make it a little harder, it works a little. Press that weight into your leg. So when you're doing your side leg lift, the leg is pushing out on the weight a little bit. It's not going to make a huge difference for you, but it's a little bit of a difference. So the hand is there to hold the weight up and to press it into your leg, but you don't want to let the arm do the work. But again, this leg should be working just as hard as this one, if not harder. 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. One more round, switching to the other side. Then we're going to work on a little squats. 2 and 1. Good. So reverse lunge, curl to press, reverse lunge, curl, or single leg squat, curl, or curl to press. I know sometimes I give you lots of options, but we all have days where one thing works and something else doesn't, or we've got lots of things that aren't working. So lots of options. 10 seconds to go. Nice and tall. Get that thigh up there if you can. Tighten that core. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shaking it out with or without the weight. So that hand just presses that weight into the thigh. So when you lift the leg, think about actively trying to lift that weight. This works better with bands, but it's an option for you. It helps. It makes it a little bit harder. Not necessarily a lot, but it does help. Good. You're over halfway through. So I'm going slow and steady, but I'm still making sure I'm not leaning or bringing the foot to the front. We're trying to get the side of our leg and our glutes on the side. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Grab a quick drink. Walk it around. Loosen up those hips a bit. All right. We have a squat with a front raise. Plie squats with a side raise. And then we've got some calf raises, so you've got a lot of options for this. So for your front raise, option 1, we squat, we front raise. Option 2, squat and front raise at the same time. All right, you decide. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now if we're doing the squat and the front raise at the same time, we do not look like this. Your ears should not go between your elbows. You should stay nice and tall, just like if you were standing up. Now you're not going to be perfectly upright. That pushes our knees forward, but we want to stay nice and tall. If you need to, we squat and we bring our arms up and down. Yes, body weight only. It works. We just work on range of motion and we're working on a really good squat. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next exercise, wide stance. I'm going to start basic plie, palms facing forwards. Option 1, down, up, side raise. So here we go. Down and up, side raise. Option 2, again, plie, side raise at the same time. They can be shallow. They don't have to be super deep. Option 3, side raise, bring it in, side and in, adding in that side step. Good, 10 seconds to go. Option 4, yes and yes, body weight only, range of motion, 3, 2, and 1. Option 1, calf raises, lift, yes. Option 2, wide stance, sink into your plie a little, time is on, lift and lower. Option 1, both feet. Option 2, one at a time. Note my head, it's not bobbing up and down. I'm not going side to side, I'm not coming up and down, I'm holding it. So even if you have to stay a little high, we're holding that position. So we're getting just our ankles, just our calves. Good, 10 seconds to go. The deeper into your plie you go, the harder this is. 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. I promise after we get done with this next round of squats, we give our legs a break. All right, squat to front raise, with or without weights. Your time is on. Good. So down, up, front raise. So we're standing nice and tall. We're picking up a couple things, and then we're passing them to the person in front of us. Make it a little harder, down and up at the same time, but your chest is lifted. I should be able to read the logo on your shirt, and you should still be able to see something off in the distance in front of you without having to crank your head back to see it. So if it's shallow, that's okay. The weights act as a counterbalance to help keep you upright. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Plie with a side raise. Decide what you want to do. Shoulders down and back, toes out to the corner. Here we go. Down, up, side raise. Ditch those weights. Body weight is awesome. We just work on wonderful range of motion. Yes, we channel our inner ballerinas. We can keep those weights shallow, those knees shallow. Make it harder. Plie with the side raise at the same time. 15 seconds. Next option. We add in the side stepping. We stay very tall for plie squats. This stretches out those inner thighs quite a bit. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Calf raises. Want to make it harder? Hold on to your weights. Yes. If you're in your plie, rest those weights in the crease of your hips or down by your thighs. Again, it's not going to do tons, but it does add a little bit extra resistance for your legs. I'm going to set mine down because we're halfway through. I want to do both legs at the same time. I'm going to lift and lower. Hold on to a table if you need to, like you have that ballet bar, and you're good. Press through. Don't let it roll over to your pinky toes. Push through the big toe and the ball of the foot. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. We're going to walk around. We're going to shake it out. We're going to give those legs a break. Stick with some upper body. All right, next round. Rows with an option to add a little bit of a rotation. Tricep kickbacks, and we have hay balers. All right, so the rows. I'm gonna do one arm one side, the other arm the other side. You are welcome to do both arms, both rounds. I'm going a little heavier. The rotational row. Option 1, palm is facing in, you pull, you drive, and then you rotate and pull the palm in, her palm facing forwards. If your shoulders are okay with it, you can start palm back and rotate all the way to palm forwards. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're like me and you have a little bit of shoulder issues going on, I'm not letting my shoulder rotate forwards. It's too easy to hunch and punch your shoulders forwards. Palm in, rotate from the shoulder, not just the forearm. Add a little movement. So if I turn, it's a little bit of rotation. You are welcome to do both at the same time, and you're welcome to do a traditional row with no rotation. There's nothing wrong with that. We want to think about the shoulder. We don't want to let ourselves hunch forwards, even if we're hunching and rotating. Nice, good rotation. 2 and 1. Good. Tricep kickbacks. We're going to do one side and then we're going to switch and do the other side the second round. Or do both at the same time. Good. Nice, good kickbacks. I'm just going a little heavier today, like I have been trying to, and I only have one 15-pound dumbbell. So I have to do single-sided. You can do both at the same time. You can be doing both of your kickbacks, and you're good. Maybe 15 was a bit much. I'm still feeling this from Tuesday. Is anybody else going a little heavier? Maybe feel it a little more? 10 seconds to go. So again, rest when you need to. Finish strong. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, hey Balers. Weight of your choice or no weights at all. We've got our shovel. This is our wood chop. We go down, rotate right, we rotate left. So we're getting a little core in here. Nice, good rotation. Make sure we're not arching or staying tall and arching this way. So this is our core. We've got our pitchfork. We're pitching it over our shoulder into the barrel. I'm not doing a big squat or a big swing, just a little forward like you would if you were having to scoop. Core still stays tight in the front, working the back of the body just a little bit. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing it up. Back to our rows. Again, if you're doing both arms, do both. If you're doing single like me, switch sides. Good. Your time is on. So I start palm in and I rotate. So I really kind of try to drive that elbow back and a little bit in towards my spine. But I'm not letting my body rotate with this one. So I'm thinking about that shoulder blade. I'm pulling up and then I'm really trying to pull it in towards my spine. Working the muscles in that mid-back between your shoulder blades. You can do a traditional row and just go up and down and you're good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Short rest, tricep kickbacks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So arms are up, both at the same time. Awesome. Single arm, you can be in a split stance, whatever feels better. You can have a hand on the table and you're good to go. Good. Nice and tall. Nice, good squeeze on the way back. You're halfway through. So remember, when your weights go up, your reps are going to go down. This was okay for me on Tuesday because we were doing 20 seconds, but now we've doubled that time. So when you go a little heavier, it's okay if you don't do the full 30, 40 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Short rest. We're going to go back for our hay balers. I hold mine double-handed. Hold it however is comfortable. Good. Time is on. So down, rotate, down and rotate. So you are able to bring your hip around a little bit, but we don't want to do a big hip and torque our knee. So down and up. This is a little bit like kettlebell swings. Similar movement, but instead of going just straight in the front, we're going a little diagonal. Good. You can do this body weight only if you have to. You're okay. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set it down. Grab a drink. Our next rounds, the next 2 rounds are on the floor. You do not have to go down to the floor. You can stay up and you're perfect. So we are going to do a chest fly with a leg lower. You are welcome to do wall push-ups if you'd like, or if you have a band, you do a banded chest fly, and you're welcome to add a knee lift for a little balance work. Then we're going to do some rear delts. You can do rear delts standing or sitting or on the floor. So let's go ahead and take it down if you want to go down to the floor. So we're going to start with our on our back chest fly. Option to add a leg lift and lower. I am sticking with my lighter weights for this one. So we're going to go all the way down and back. So option 1, just a chest fly, and you're good. Option 2, dead bug. Option 3, we add a leg lift and lower. All right, 40 seconds. Your time is on. Now if you need to, I'm going to stay up. You can take that band if you have one. You push it back behind you, and you press that band out, and you open and close. This is an option for you. Shoulders down and back in your back pocket. If you want to, we open, we add a leg lift. So this is that option for you. You can do on the floor, body weight only. That's okay too. You're just getting core work. Good. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flipping it over to hands and knees or a half kneeling stance. Option 1. Good. We're bringing it out to the side and back down again. I believe we did these earlier this week as well. Just bringing the arm out to the side and back down. You are welcome to do this in a half kneeling stance, but you want to be pretty far forward. You don't want to be upright because then we get side raises, and we've already done those. You can do this body weight only. Sitting, standing, you rotate and you take that palm forward like you're washing a window. So we're on the side, we're washing the window right next to us. So this is an option. We're trying to get the back of that shoulder. 2, 1. Good. Switching other side. Same thing, but just doing the other arm. 2, 1. Good. So you can do this sitting or standing. I'm pretty forward. So I've got a good 45-ish degree fold at my hips. You can use a weight. You can do body weight only. Just bring that hand out to the side. Sometimes we're tempted to come back when we do this one. We're coming back, or we bring it forward. Straight out to the side. Nice, good reach. Trying to get the back of the shoulder to work versus the muscles in the mid-back like we do for rows. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, back to our chest fly with a leg lower. We can do banded chest press. We can do body weight. Good. Your time is on. Lots of options. You can do a wall push-up. You can do body weight chest presses. A lot of different options. Whatever you pick, our shoulders are down away from our ears, so we're packing them against our torso. Good. 10 more seconds to go. Good. Bring it up. We're going to take it for our rear delts. So sitting, standing, kneeling, half kneeling, body weight, or this is usually a light to medium weight. So what you would use for say front raises and side raises, you're going to use about the same weight, if not maybe a little lighter for these rear delts. Because our shoulder is a cap. It has a front, a middle, and a side, or a front, a middle, and a back. And now we're working the back. Good. 12 seconds to go. Nice and steady. Just like in chest flies, your elbow will have a little bit of softness in it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Shake it out. Switching sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So nice, good side rear delt. So we don't want to let ourselves hunker in for those rear delts, especially if you're prone. You're nice and tall. You're pushing that floor away. Even if you're in that half kneeling stance, we're nice and tall. Nice, good reach. Halfway through. And then we've got a little bit of glutes to work on. Glutes and some core. 10 seconds to go. I'm using 3-pounders, and that's all I need today. 2 and 1. Good. Short rest. Grab a quick drink. All right, so if you are standing, you're just gonna do a nice good glute squeeze. You can hold on to something if you need to. You can take the leg up or down and you can pulse it as well. The rest of us are gonna be on hands and knees or even on your tummy. And then we're gonna do some windshield wipers. So nice good bird dog position. Hands and knees, yes, you can be on forearms as long as you watch your core. We take that leg back, we pull our toes towards the floor, and then we just do a nice good lift and lower. Your time is on. So as we do this, think about keeping your core tight, and we're keeping that low back nice and neutral. So we want to make sure that if we had a dinner plate on our back, that it's not going to go anywhere. Legs can be straight, or you can bend them, and you can push that heel towards the ceiling. But we want to make sure we're not arching our back as we do this, or letting the hips sag and the belly drop towards the floor. So core is tight, just like if we were holding a plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit back, shake it out a little bit, and we're gonna switch sides. We're definitely gonna feel our back sides tomorrow, I think. 3, 2, 1. Good. So again, I do a nice good straight leg. Goal is also to try not to go out to the side at an angle. Our hips are level, and we're bringing our leg, our heel straight up towards the ceiling. Again, if you want to bend that knee, you're more than welcome to. You can do lift and lower, you can pulse. So good tight core, squeezing the glutes. 10 seconds to go. Next exercise will be windshield wipers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Onto our backs. Have room for your knees, side to side. We're going to take our arms out, palms facing up. Press the backs of the hands into the floor. We're going to go side, and then we're going to rotate to the other side. Your time is officially on. Now with this one, I almost don't want you going all the way to the floor. If you are staying upright, you are welcome to do standing rotational crunches, or even a forward folded standing Russian twist. That works well, all right? When we do these, our shoulders, both of them, need to stay glued to the floor. We don't want to drop the knees to one side and let that shoulder lift. If you are, last one, you're going too far. All right, back to our glute squeezes with our leg lift and lower, and then we'll do our windshield wipers one last time. Good, time is on. Now if you want to do this on the floor, you absolutely can. You absolutely can do this lying down on the floor. Your range of motion is going to be smaller, but that's okay. With this one, we want to make sure that we're not lifting and lowering upper and lower, just lower. Sometimes it helps to put a hand on that glute, because then you know this is what I want to work. Your body will say, hey, this is what I want to do. That's the muscle I want to work. It tells your brain, do this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Short rest. Switching to go to the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So nice, good lift and lower. And as we do this lift and lower, try to keep the knee straight. Sometimes we lift and then we bend that knee and we get that little heel kick. We want to think about keeping the quads squeezed a little and just try to keep that knee straight. So we're lifting our leg like it's in a cast. So you've got to cast from your thigh all the way down to your ankle. You can't bend your leg, but you got to lift it. You got to do your therapy. Although usually they wait till the cast is off, I think, before you do therapy, but you never know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, onto our backs for our windshield wipers. You are also welcome to do bicycles. That's okay too. So arms are out, palms are facing up. You do a nice good rotation and then over to the other side. Again, your shoulders stay on the floor. We don't want to take the knees all the way down to the floor. Most of us are not that flexible. So we want to get a little rotation, but we still want to protect our spines. So keeping those shoulders glued to the floor, that upper back glued to the floor. You can press the backs of the hands into the floor. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and bring it in. Shake it out. You can roll yourself to a seated position. You can grab a little bit of water. Just don't go from lying on your back to standing. Give the blood time to figure out where it's got to go. All right, so we're gonna do just basic stretching today. Let's take that right leg out, knee up, toe up, nice and tall. We're gonna fold, and we're just gonna reach. Knee stays glued to the floor. Good, we're gonna bring it up. The leg that's bent, we're gonna cross it over the other leg, and we're gonna pull that knee towards the opposite shoulder. It's okay if you stay here. If you would like to add torso rotation, you just keep hugging and add a little turn. Four, 3, 2, switching to the other side. Take the leg out, pull that leg in. Again, knees and toes pointing up versus out. This leg for me, this one likes to do this, so I really got to think about pulling it in. We always have one side of the body that likes to go out and the other side of the body likes to go in, and vice versa. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up. We're gonna cross that leg over. We're gonna hug that knee, and if you're sitting in a chair, you just cross your ankle over your thigh and pull that thigh towards the other side. And then again, you're welcome to add a little bit of a torso rotation if you're comfortable with that. Good, bring it into the center. We're gonna take the bottoms of both feet together. Sitting tall, knees go out. If you're in a chair, you just take those legs wide and you just gently press on the insides of those knees. So we wanna sit tall. We can add a little forward fold at our hips. Gentle press down on the knees, going to those inner thighs. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up. We're gonna come into a child's pose. If you're sitting, you just bring the feet in, put your hands on your thighs, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna fold, kind of sit back into that child's pose. Allow your forehead to drop towards the floor. Good, we're gonna take our right hand, we're gonna reach underneath the left armpit, and we're gonna do a little rotation, keeping your hips glued to your heels or as close as you can. Good, switching to the other side. So reach that arm out, folding forwards, reach under the armpit. Good, now we're gonna come forward onto our tummies, and we're gonna come up into Sphinx, or just a little lift. So your hands are about just a little bit ahead of your shoulders. Just a little gentle lift up. If you are upright, I just want you to reach for the back of your chair. Open up that chest. We should be protecting our low back by squeezing our glutes. My yogis can do up dog, but for most of us, we're staying with Sphinx. Good, and now we're gonna take our hands under our shoulders and we're gonna come back to hands and knees, and then we're gonna come to a half kneeling stance. So nice and tall. If you're sitting, turn sideways in your chair. Same position, tuck the tail feathers, squeeze the glutes, push that front knee forwards, stretching the quads and the hip flexors. Reach for the sky, think tall versus trying to go backwards. Good, let's bring it down, switching to the other side. So again, tuck the tail feathers, squeeze the back glute, push the knee forwards, reach for the sky. If you're in a chair, you're just gonna be sideways in the chair. This knee is gonna point towards the floor. Good, we're gonna bring it up, sitting, standing, kneeling, your choice. We're gonna take our right arm. We're gonna reach the right arm back. We're gonna push that right shoulder forwards just a little. This is a good one to do if you've got a wall or a doorway. Have your hand on that doorway. Gently push that shoulder forwards. Good, bring it across the body. Nice, good pat on the back. Good, bring it back in front, hand to the shoulder, walk it back. Chin stays neutral. We reach, we can add a little push up or even a little push from down. Good, bring it down, other side, nice and tall, shoulder down and back. Reach the arm back, a little push of the shoulder forwards. Feeling a stretch in the chest and the biceps. Good, bring it across the body. Nice, good pat on the back. Good, shoulder stays down. Bring it back in front, hand to shoulder, walk it back. Chin is neutral, add a little gentle push here or a little lift. Good, let's bring it down. We're gonna take our ear to our shoulder, opposite arm, thumb to index, middle, ring, and pinky. Good, bring it up, other side, ear to shoulder, thumb to index, middle, ring, and pinky. Make good circles versus flat fingers. Good, last one. All right, bring the head up, big breath in and out. One more time. And you are all done. Woohoo!